sparkly microphone. I like this table already.
We are the sparkly table.
I like it. I like it. What's happening? Well, since I've been known, you know, as a spoiler police, it's out that I've been sending lists to actors telling them what not to say. I'm just super excited about this season, and I want to make sure the fans, you know, enjoy it when it airs and not find out things too early. So that's really where it comes from. What can I say?
Well, it's tough being a journalist and fan. I don't want to know spoilers.
Right.
But I have to tell people what's going on. So
I
it's
know.
a weird line.
Yes, I hate spoilers. I'm a huge TV fan, obviously. I don't know if that's obvious, but and I hate hearing spoilers. Yeah, I don't like. We have a rule in the writers' room for the shows that we're watching. Like we have a 1 day rule that like you give someone an extra day to watch the show before we talk about it in the writers' room.
When you landed kind of the top job, what did you want to do with the show? What did you want to bring to the show? Were there anything you wanted to shift?
Yeah, so I've been on the show since season 1. It's been an incredible ride, and I love these characters so much. I feel very close to them, and for me, I love the show and I want it to be the same. But one thing I want to add is getting to know our characters and finding out new things that we have not known about them, even in 6 years of a series.
Tone-wise, do you think this is a darker season, or how are we going?
Yeah, it's not light. I tend to I think the concept of the show was dark, and we're definitely channeling season 1 a lot, and there's going to be lots of sort of callbacks to season 1 this season that I'm really excited about. So going back to the roots is definitely, you'll see in season 7.
Can you talk about any new characters that are being introduced that we might?
I cannot. But there's a lot of really cool things coming up.
The way the last season ended, people might think, oh, I'm sure he'll get out of it, it'll be fine. Can you talk to what extent it is a real game changer for the show?
For him, with the identity reveal, or in prison, or both?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, it's connected.
So this is, it's really cool that we ended that season that way, because it's such a huge series moment, and so I think that's part of season 7 is going to feel a little bit different because we've never had that sort of in the show, and so that's going to be a huge challenge for him, his family, the former teammates, and that's part of his redemption story, because everyone in the city is going to have a different opinion of, was the Green Arrow a hero? He's now in prison, so he'll be, he's got a lot to prove.
By extension, do you feel like that's almost an identity reveal for Felicity as well?
It is, yeah. I mean, it's not for her, not necessarily for her being on Team Arrow, but yeah, that's her husband is the Green Arrow, and the whole public knows, so she'll have to deal with those challenges as well. So it definitely affects the rest of the team, because vigilantes are not, they're not the heroes they were last season, where people have really mixed feelings about them, and so they have to find their own way to sort of be a hero for the city. And so when we find them in the premiere, they're all doing something a little different, maybe not what you would expect.
Not what we could expect.
Yeah. Yes. You're like, tell me more.
Is this season drawing on the Supermax, that sort of planned idea for an Arrow movie, or is it just something completely different? Because I know there's been some talk about that as to whether or not it's linked. Or...
Oh no, it's we're definitely not really. We're doing our own thing, kind of, for his prison story. Yeah, oh my God, it's like one of my favorite things. I cannot wait for everyone to see it. I love it so much.
Can we see the revisit of maybe the Longbow Hunters at some point?
It's possible. I mean, we mentioned them in season 6 with Diaz, so I know that the fans are super excited. So we'll see.
You're very good.
Wow.
I'm sitting here like,
Yes, I did my job.
Can you talk about having Colton back on the show and kind of what role he might play this season?
First of all, I'm so excited he's back on the show. I feel like a sense of ownership for his character because I actually wrote the first episode he was introduced in, and so he's kind of, I feel, him and Thea are kind of very special to me. He's also going to come back in a different way than you would expect. So. That's it. Sorry.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.